This is DJ KMS, and this is my 125-gallon aquarium. Sun's still coming up, that's why it looks so blue. Basically, starting here from the left, have my calcium reactor, obviously not hooked up yet. My system hasn't had a demand for it, but when it does, I'll be ready to go. This is my Neptune Apex system, which controls the whole setup here. I have two EB8 power strips, a WXM module which controls my MP40s, a VDM module which controls my lights. Starting from the top here, I have a Aqua Illumination Sol Blue setup. These are 3 power modules, 1 bar, mounted sideways. They do recommend you mount them front to back. However, at $550 a pop for each module, I was able only to afford 3 at this time. As you can see, there is some spotlighting going on, so I will eventually need to get 3 more, but for the time being, this will do. The system, the water overflows through my Life Reef dual pre-filter. On the top here, this is a top that the wife and I made. It's got a 1/4-inch screen netting to keep everything in. The border is just screen door border, basically. And then on the back here, we have it attached by wire ties with plastic that comes with the glass canopies. I have 2 inlets going back to my aquarium. One is from my chiller. The other one is from the sump itself. Those inlets, they're basically fired down at an angle to keep flow going behind the rocks. The screen is held down by Velcro on each side. Plenty of room to put it all the way up. Doesn't affect the lights. Found this cool little fish handle at Lowe's. Decided it was a winner. I have 2, like I said, 2 MP40s providing flow throughout the tank. One on each side. The lights start to ramp up about 4 hours after the sunrise table on the Neptune, and sunset 4 hours after the sun table on the Neptune. The blues start to ramp up 30 minutes before the whites, kind of giving it a dawn and dusk effect. The MP40s are set to be lagoon at night. As the sun rises, they are set to a tidal setting, and as the sun sets to a tidal setting, and during the day they are in reef crest mode. Coming down to the bottom of the tank here, this is my Life Reef LF150S sump with the SVC2 protein skimmer. The protein skimmer is fed by a Mag 9.5. I also have 3 filter cylinders. Those 3 filter cylinders on the first chamber has filter floss. Second chamber is hydrocarbon. Third chamber is filter floss with some biomedia. The reason that I do the filter floss and the biomedia is that if I ever have to set up my quarantine tank or a hospital tank, I already have an active bed of biological media ready to go. The filter cylinders are fed by a 9.5 mag pump, which you can't really see down there. That Mag 9.5 also feeds a GFO reactor. My return pump is a Mag 18. That's teed off to go to the refugium, the chiller, and the display tank. This little black thing here is my sensor for my tons osmolator, which does my automatic top-offs. This tube here is fresh salt water coming in from my mixing vat. I have a 45-gallon Rubbermaid mixing vat, which is hooked up to my liter meter that does a 2-gallon per day automatic water change. My refugium quite a mess at this point. Huge ball of Chaeto. I had to print it back about once a week. I also dropped a bag of reef pods in there. It seemed to be doing pretty good. The lighting for the Refugen is on the opposite light cycle of the display tank to help with the pH swings. As you can see, I'm no good at plumbing and it's quite a mess, but if anything ever comes loose, I pretty much have most of my plumbing inside the sump, so if it does end up busting or leaking, it just stays in the sump. And on the right hand side here, I have my gallon drain bucket for my protein skimmer. It's my GFO reactor right there from Bulk Reef Supply. This reservoir here is for my automatic top off. Has the pump there for the Tunze osmolator. And I have a float valve in there. And that line with the float valve is connected to my reverse osmosis unit. There's my liter meter there. Like I said, does 2 gallon per day water change. And the Tunze osmolator is up there. There's my JBJ 1/3 horsepower chiller. I just live in an apartment, so trying to do the best I can with the space provided. I do have lines, as you can see here, which go up the wall, across the kitchen. Still haven't cut off the lines for the zip ties. I have 2 lines that come down, and then 1 line that comes down here. There's my mixing vat. Those 2 lines, one puts in fresh RO water to mix, the other line goes directly to the automatic water change to the liter meter. And then I have more lines coming in down through here. One goes directly to my reverse osmosis unit. Then another line also goes to the reverse osmosis unit for the water change. This line here is for water for the mixing vat. This line here is for our fresh water. We make a gallon jug, have some fresh water to drink. And then I have my drain lines, one for the reverse osmosis, one for the liter meter, dumping water out right there. And that's pretty much my setup.